Many of us live our lives entrapped by the same repeated pattern of heartbreak and disappointment. Often, we have no idea why this happens. Reclaim Your Heart is about freeing the heart from this slavery. It is about the journey in and out of life's most deceptive traps. This book was written to awaken the heart and provide a new perspective on love, loss, happiness, and pain. A manual of sorts, Reclaim Your Heart will teach readers how to live in this life without allowing life to own you. It is a manual of how to protect your most prized possession, which is your heart. I absolutely adored reading this book. It's short and simple to understand. This simplicity pulls on your heartstrings and emotions, making you revisit your problems and analyze them critically. The book almost functions as a self-reflective journal, firstly outlining the inevitable difficulties of life, and then grounding these struggles in light of Islam and what the religion teaches. It is full of beautifully insightful anecdotes and eye-opening reminders. One thing I especially liked was Mogahed's unrelenting centering of every situation in light of God and what God wants from us. There's also a short history lesson on the Egyptian Revolution in 2011, which was pretty enlightening to read to see the history of my country included. I love how the author related it to faith and how through difficult times they help us come together and increase our understanding on why things happen. I feel like this is a book that no matter how many times one reads it, there will always be a new reminder or lesson. The author's wisdom can be applied by everyone, not just Muslims, as Mogahed is practical and that is what makes her words comforting. As an author, she seems to be patient and provides sufficient evidence to her words, be it religious verses or scientific research. And contrary to popular belief, this book is not just for someone who has a broken heart or is depressed. This book is for everyone. Whether or not you are at that stage of life, this book is a beautiful, easy to understand reminder for everyone alike. I thought it was beautifully compiled, the way Yasmin felt like she was just talking to you, explaining her point of view about everything. The book starts with many reviews, and I think it really sets the tone for what to expect from the book and gives you a realistic idea of what you may get out of reading it. The book is also divided into different sections, which are further divided into chapters that bind you to it. Parts of this book hit you exactly where they are supposed to, especially because they are relatable to every one of our struggles, making this book even more profound. I was already hooked after just reading the opening chapter. It started by tackling the problems with attachment and those who become easily attached. Yasmin says, "Through my attachments, I was dependent on my relationships to fulfill my needs. I allowed those relationships to define my happiness or my sadness, my fulfillment or my emptiness, my security and even my self-worth. And so, like the vase placed where it will inevitably fall, through those dependencies I set myself up for disappointment. I set myself up to be broken. And that's exactly what I found. One disappointment, one break after another." I just think that that is such an accurate depiction of attachment and it really hits home for me. It then goes on to say, there is only one relationship that should define our self-worth, and only one source from which to seek our ultimate happiness, fulfillment, and security. That place is God. Which is, I think, what everybody should be striving for and what I myself have been trying to learn for some time. The last bit of the book mentions how Muslims are under attack, and in this type of the environment, it can be difficult for Muslims to hold on to their identity and to contribute positively. At the end of the book, there are beautiful poems touching on the topics discussed in the book, which I especially liked. Reading this book again just brought back all of the feelings of closeness to my faith that may have been lacking as of late, and I found it incredibly heartwarming and motivating. I would recommend this to everybody, whether you're struggling with your faith, with the dunya, Whether you want to just reconnect or whether you're just curious about Islam, this book brings light to the heat in an otherwise dark world.